Did you know that a single cucumber plant can give you an entire bucket of harvest, or even more? Today we are going to unlock the ultimate step-by-step guide to making your cucumbers grow like absolutely crazy. From a tiny seed to massive buckets of fresh, crunchy cucumbers. Most people think you need expensive chemicals or endless hours of hard work to get these results. But the truth is, the biggest secret lies in a few simple steps that most beginners completely ignore. Have you ever had a cucumber plant just dry up and die on you right when it started flowering? Let me know in the comments, because today we are fixing that problem forever. To understand how to grow massive cucumbers, we have to look at where they come from. Cucumbers actually originate from the warm tropical regions of India. They absolutely love heat, high moisture, and incredibly rich food. You cannot treat them like a tough potato or a carrot. To get a crazy harvest, our main goal is to recreate a cozy tropical jungle environment for them, right in your own backyard. Let us break down exactly how to do that, step by step. Let us start right at the very beginning with the seed. You cannot build a sturdy house on a weak foundation, and you absolutely cannot get a massive bucket of cucumbers from poor quality seeds. A huge mistake many beginning gardeners make is simply grabbing any random, cheap packet from the grocery store and throwing those seeds straight into the cold dirt. Let us debunk a massive gardening myth right now. Many people think the freshest seeds are the best, but for cucumbers, older seeds are actually much better. Yes, you heard that correctly. Seeds that are 2 or 3 years old naturally produce way more female flowers. And in the cucumber world, female flowers are the ones that actually turn into the vegetables you want to eat. Male flowers just drop off. So, to get your seeds ready for planting, you need to gently wake them up. Picture this process like giving your seeds a warm, comforting cup of morning coffee. Simply wrap your seeds in a damp paper towel, place them in a plastic bag, and keep them in a warm, dark place for about 2 or 3 days. Soon you will see tiny white roots pop out. This simple trick guarantees that almost every single seed will successfully sprout. Do not just bury them blindly and hope for the best. Sprouting them first saves you weeks of waiting and wondering. Now that we have our sprouted seeds, where do we put them? Cucumbers are basically the divas of the vegetable garden. They absolutely hate cold feet. If the soil is cold, your plants will simply sit there, turn yellow, and eventually die. This brings us to the secret of the warm bed. Imagine wrapping your plant roots in a cozy, heated blanket. That is exactly what we are going to do. You do not need fancy heating cables. Instead, dig a trench and fill the bottom with organic matter. Use things like old leaves, grass clippings, and small twigs. Cover that with a thick layer of rich compost and good soil. As that organic matter breaks down underneath, it naturally generates heat. It literally warms the soil from the inside out. I remember one year I planted half my cucumbers in a normal flatbed and half in a warm bed. The ones in the warm bed grew twice as fast and gave me 3 times the harvest. The difference is truly shocking. So, prepare your soil by making it loose, rich, and naturally warm. Your baby plants will stretch their roots down into that warm compost and immediately start growing like crazy. So, your soil is warm and your seeds have little tails. It is time to plant. But wait, how deep should you plant them? This is where many dreams of huge harvests are ruined. If you plant cucumber seeds too deep, they will suffocate and rot in the ground. If you plant them too shallow, the sun will dry them out. The golden rule is to plant them exactly 1 inch deep, not 2, not half an inch, but 1 inch. Let us visualize the perfect planting scenario. Make a small hole. Gently place your sprouted seed inside with the little white tail pointing downwards, and softly cover it with loose soil. Do not press the dirt down hard. You do not want to crush the delicate new roots. Another common myth is that cucumbers love to be planted super close together so they can support each other. That is totally false. They need plenty of personal space to breathe and catch the sunlight. Plant them at least 18 to 20 inches apart. If they are crowded, they will fight for water and nutrients, and both plants will lose. Give them space, plant them at the right depth, and you are setting the stage for an explosive growth spurt. Let us talk about water, because cucumbers are literally 95% water. If you mess up the watering, your cucumbers will be bitter, deformed, or they just will not grow at all. But pouring ice-cold water from a hose directly onto the roots is a terrible idea. It shocks the plant. Just like someone throwing a bucket of ice water on you while you're sleeping. Always use warm, sun-heated water. Fill a barrel or a large bucket in the morning, Let it sit in the sun all day, and water your plants in the late afternoon. Here is a great illustration of how to water properly. Do not splash water all over the leaves. Wet leaves are an open invitation for nasty fungal diseases like powdery mildew. Instead, aim your watering can directly at the soil around the base of the plant. Think of it as serving a drink to the roots, not giving the whole plant a shower. Keep the soil consistently moist, like a wrung-out sponge, but never turn it into a muddy swamp. During the hottest summer days, you might need to water them every single day. Consistent warm watering is the absolute key to sweet, crunchy cucumbers. You cannot expect a plant to produce buckets of food if you do not feed it well. Cucumbers are heavy feeders, they grow incredibly fast, and they need a lot of energy to do that. But you do not need harsh chemical fertilizers to get massive results. Natural feeding is much better for the plant and for your health. A fantastic natural fertilizer is simple ash from your fireplace or campfire. Wood ash is packed with potassium, which is the exact mineral cucumbers need to form perfectly shaped, delicious fruit. A major myth is that nitrogen alone makes cucumbers grow better. While nitrogen grows big green leaves, too much of it will actually stop the plant from making flowers. You will end up with a beautiful green bush with absolutely zero cucumbers on it. Once your plants start blooming, switch to potassium-rich foods. You can also make a powerful organic tea by soaking weeds or grass clippings in water for a week. It smells pretty bad, I will admit, but your cucumbers will drink it up and reward you with rapid growth. Feed them every 2 weeks, and you will see the vines literally jumping out of the ground. Now let us address how your cucumbers actually grow physically. Letting your cucumber vines crawl all over the dirty ground is a recipe for disaster. Pests will eat them, diseases will spread, and half your harvest will rot in the mud. The ultimate secret to getting a bucket per bush is growing them vertically. You need to train them to climb up a trellis, a net, or some sturdy strings. Imagine a wall of green leaves and hundreds of hanging cucumbers catching the morning sun. That is the goal. When you grow them vertically, air circulates freely around the leaves, which keeps them dry and completely disease-free. Plus, the bees can easily find the flowers to pollinate them. And the best part? Harvesting becomes incredibly easy. You do not have to bend over and hunt through a messy jungle on the ground. You just walk down the row and pick them right at chest height. As the plant grows, gently wrap the main stem around your string or netting. They have little grabbing tendrils that will hold on tight. Vertical growing saves space and easily doubles your overall yield. This next step scares a lot of beginners, but it is absolutely mandatory if you want massive yields. We need to talk about pruning and shaping the cucumber vine. You cannot just let it grow wild in every direction. If you do, the plant will waste all its energy making extra vines and leaves instead of making cucumbers. The method we use is often called blinding the bottom. For the first 4 or 5 leaves at the very bottom of the main stem, you need to pinch off any tiny cucumbers or side shoots that try to grow there. I know it hurts to remove baby cucumbers, but trust me on this one. If you leave them, they will touch the ground, rot, and drain the baby plant's energy. By removing them, you force the plant to build a strong, thick main root system first. Once the plant grows taller than those bottom 5 leaves, you can let the side shoots grow out a little bit, but pinch the tips off after they produce 1 or 2 cucumbers. This keeps the plant focused. Think of yourself as an orchestra conductor, directing the plant's energy exactly where you want it to go. This simple pruning trick forces explosive fruit production higher up the vine. We have reached the final stage of our growing journey, and it is all about protecting your green investment. Cucumbers are famous for suddenly turning yellow and dying just when they start producing well. This is usually caused by fungal diseases or tiny pests like spider mites. The secret here is prevention, not reaction. Do not wait until the leaves are yellow to start doing something. A great natural defense is a simple milk and water spray. Mixing 1 part regular milk with 10 parts water creates a protective film on the leaves that makes it very hard for powdery mildew to take hold. Spray your plants lightly early in the morning once every 10 days. Also, make it a habit to walk your garden every single day. Look under the leaves. If you see a yellow spotting leaf, cut it off immediately and throw it in the garbage, not in your compost pile. Think of it like removing a bad apple before it spoils the whole barrel. Daily attention combined with good airflow from growing vertically and proper warm watering will keep your vines healthy and producing right up until the cold autumn weather arrives. And there you have it. the complete step-by-step roadmap to turning a tiny dry seed into a towering wall of green, giving you buckets and buckets of fresh cucumbers. Remember, wake up those older seeds, build a cozy warm bed, use sun-heated water, grow them vertically, and prune them smartly. By changing these few simple habits, you will completely transform your garden. You will have so many cucumbers. You will be giving them away to all your neighbors. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found these secrets helpful, please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and leave a comment below. I want to know, what is your absolute favorite way to eat fresh cucumbers? Straight from the garden or in a fresh salad? Let us discuss in the comments.